Hi there, welcome to the YouTube channel, and today we're looking at another ally deck. A couple of weeks ago, when it was first spoiled, I covered Katara the Fearless. I'm going to go back and look at Katara again at some stage, so there's an older video and there'll be a new updated version at some stage because of the allies that are coming out now that I've seen, now the set's being better spoiled. But there's a lot of allies, so there's going to be a few ally decks appearing on the channel coming forward. But this one today is another one I'm looking forward to playing because it is Sokka, Tenacious Tactician. That's a mouthful. Don't want to say that after I've had a few to drink. One blue, red and white for a 3/3 human warrior ally. Has menace and prowess, so it gets bigger. And gives all our other allies we control menace and prowess. Okay. And then whenever we cast a non-creature spell, we get a 1/1 white ally creature token. Okay, so we want some allies and we want some spells that, well, we want some non-creature spells, really, don't we? Yeah, this is a good one. Like this one, so enjoy this one. Here we go. So, starting with one Planeswalker, Gideon, ally of Zendikar, had to be in. Yes, it does, he does give all our, he does become an ally, so he does have menace and prowess as well as being indestructible for the +1. We can make some knight ally creature tokens if we need to, or we can just basically play him, get the emblem instantly to get the +1/+1 on all creatures we control. Your choice. Personally, I'd probably try and get at least one knight ally creature token if I can, and then do the -4, but we'll see how it goes when I'm playing. Creature-wise, well, we've got Envoy, Expedition Envoy, who's a 2/1 ally. Then we've got Harder Free Blade, who gets bigger as we play other allies. Then we have one of the new cards, Momo Friendly Flyer. 1 white for a 1/1 flying lemur bat ally. The first non-lemur creature spell with flying you cast during your turn costs 1 less to cast. Yeah, we've got at least one more. But whenever another creature you control with flying enters, Momo gets +1/+1 to the end of turn. Bit of a weird one, but I thought it was quite a nice 1-drop ally, and we do have ways of giving all our allies flying, so we'll see if it works or not. From there, the Battle Singer to pump all our allies up, and then the Highland Berserker to give them all first strike. The Jirari Shapeshifter, we can copy any ally we have on the battlefield. Don't go for a legendary one, obviously, for obvious reasons. But, you can copy some of the other things, like the Kadzu Blademaster, maybe. Or the Core Blade. Well, that's not too bad a thing to copy. But the best thing to copy is obviously Yondu Cleric. Just so we can gain a stupid amount of life, which is part of the plan of this deck. The Afa Protector's in, just to give us another ally that's a bit cheaper. It's quite a big butt on it. So, 1/4. Does defend quite well. The Cabrera Evangel is also great because it gives everything protection when allies enter. So technically, if you cast some non-creature spells with Sokka and get the tokens on the go, yeah, we get lots of protection from lots of different colours, maybe. Chasm Guide gives all our creatures haste. And then one of the new guys, Hakuda Selfless Commander, 3 and a white for a 3/5. Vigilance, look at the top card of our library at any time. We can cast allies from the top of our library, and then if we need to, we can sacrifice Hadoka, give all the creatures we control +0, +5, and indestructible to the end of turn, which is a fairly good trade-off. Munda, the Ambush Leader, looks at the top 4 cards when it enters, get ally cards, put them in our hand. Well, put them in the top of our library, I should say, and then the rest on the bottom in any order. So pretty nice we can play allies off the top of our library. Roaming Throne, because we have allies that trigger a lot, so we might as well choose allies and get double triggers when things happen. And then one of the new cards, Sun Warriors, is in, has the Firebending ability, so whenever you attack you get to add X red mana, and basically where it's number of creatures you control. So that's pretty good, and then you basically get to sink all that mana into its own ability to get a whole load of extra 1/1 white ally creature tokens. Yeah, okay. Talos Paladin gives lifelink around and gets bigger when we play our allies. The Hero of Goma Fada means all our allies become indestructible until the end of turn. And then another one of the new legendary ones, Katara Water Tribe's Hope, 2 white and double blue for a 3/3. When it comes into play, we get a 1/1 white ally creature token, and then we have Waterbend. Creatures you control have base power and toughness XX until the end of turn. Activate only during our turn. So, and Waterbend is basically a mixture of Convoke and whatever the other one is. Affinity. Well, it's not affinity. Improvise. That's the word I'm looking for. So it's a mixture of the both. So it's quite cool. The Casual Warlord comes in, pumps all our creatures up, put +1/+1 counter on each ally we control when allies enter. And then we have Master Piandor. Attacks, look at the top 4 cards of our library. You may reveal an ally equipment or lesson, so basically an ally, and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of our library in any order. Resolute Blade Master gives all our allies double strike. And Seagate Law Master lets us draw a stupid amount of cards in this deck. Finally, Seascaped Aerialist. When it enters or another ally enters the battlefield under your control, you may have allied creatures you control gain flying till the end of turn. So, yeah, a little bit of fun. Instance, we have a few. Lightning Bolts, Path to Exile, Swords to Plowshares, Abrade. These are all controlled, basically. Arcane Denial. Boris Charm Special, though. Haven't played Boris Charm for a long, long time. Make all our permanents indestructible is always great fun for 2 mana. Controllable Counterspell and Mana Drain, a bit of card draw or Frantic Search. Will of the Mardu comes in as well. Choose one. If we've got Sokka in play, we get to have a whole load of 1/1 red warrior creature tokens equal to the number of creatures target player controls, which will hopefully be us with the most. And then Will of the Mardu deals damage to target creature equal to the number of creatures we control, so it gets rid of that big blocker or that annoying large creature that you had no other way of dealing with. So that's pretty cool. And then, yeah, sorry, had to have my Alpha Strike card in a Chrome as well. You all know what it does. I've talked about it enough here on the channel. From there, artifacts, the elixirs here to shuffle everything back in when it goes pear-shaped. Then we've got Ramp with Soul Ring and Signet. Captain's Claw, when the equipped creature attacks, we get to get a core ally creature token that's tapped and attacking, so a whole load more triggers. Yeah. Some Ramp with Fire Diamond and Jeskai Monument, Marble Diamond and Sky Diamond. Thought Vessel all do the ramp side of things. And then Herald's Horn, because we can choose allies, make the casting cost a little bit less. And if we've got one on top of our library at the beginning of our upkeep, that means we get an extra card draw that turn. And Urza's Incubator, creatures of a chosen type cost 2 less to cast. I was dubious about putting this one in, I'll be honest. I think there's going to be a fair few ally decks kicking around, and this is a global effect, so be careful when you're playing it. It might be better to pick something else, like maybe Human. Just saying. From there, we have the enchantments. So, Folk Hero, because we might as well have a card draw when we cast a spell that shares a command creature type with our commander. Allied Teamwork is one of the new ones. Again, as I said in yesterday's video, I don't know what this set symbol is. I'm hoping it's the commander decks. Please let me know in the comments if you know already. That'd be great. Comes into play, you get an allied creature token, and it pumps all our allies up by +1/+1. Arcane Adaptation means that all of our creatures are allies, no matter what. Frostcliff Siege gives all our creatures +1/+0 trample and haste, because we go with the teamless side of it. Not really that keen on the Jeskai side of it, but 3 mana to give everything +1/+1 trample and haste seems pretty good. Yeah, Jeskai Ascendancy. We have a lot of non-creature spells, as you can see in the deck, 11, 22, 37. So it kind of made sense to have this in here to pump all our creatures up and keep them untapped, and then do a little bit of card filtering for drawing and discarding. Goth of Idion comes in as well, because that does give us 2 warrior core ally creature tokens. Radiant Destiny pumps all our creatures up, and assuming we get the City's Blessing with this deck, we should be able to give them more vigilance, because that will be named on ally. Renewed Solidarity, choose the ally creature type, gives them all +1/+0, and if we get any tokens, and we create a token that's a copy of it. So yeah, we can make tokens, can't we? Yeah. War Leader's Call just gives a way of dealing some damage to everybody when the creatures enter. Leyline of Transformation just ensures that everything is always an ally, no matter how we do it, because we have got Retreat from Area that gives us some core ally creature tokens when lands enter, or pumps everything up. Whirlwind of Thought, just so we keep the card draw going as we play our non-creature spells. Yeah, Cathar's Crusade had to be here, didn't it? If we're going to be casting non-creature spells and getting allies, we might as well have this here to chuck around some more +1/+1 counters. Kindred Discovery, whenever a creature you control of the chosen type enters or attacks, draw a card. And Reflections of Liturjara, whenever you cast a spell of the chosen type, copy that spell. Yeah, okay then. Lands, ally encampment, because really it had to be here, didn't it, for this one. And then all the other blue, red and white lands you can expect to see. A bit of card draw with the Archer Orkanza, and that's really it. Miro goes in, Path of Ancestry, just to do the whole scrying bit. We have got Reliquary Towering, so I think we might be drawing a fair few cards with this deck, so I figured I want to keep them in my hand, not in my graveyard unless I had to. And 3 Tree City, because, you know, at the end of the day, we are having a creature typal deck, so they are allies, so we might as well have it here to get that extra mana, and that's it. That is my take on Sokka, the Tenacious Tactician, which I still can't say without sounding completely tongue-tied. Let me know in the comments. I mean, there are going to be more cards coming out, I'm aware of that, so maybe the allies will change that go in this deck. But at the moment, that's where we are. So if you see anything that should be in the deck, since I recorded this video and I'm recording this video a couple of days before Halloween, so there will be more cards spoiled undoubtedly before this goes live. But let me know in the comments what cards you'd add in. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you've not been here before, hit the cheer button if you can, hit the share button even more. Help me beat the YouTube algorithm, and I'll be back tomorrow with a mono deck for Avatar. So until then, have a good one. See you soon. Bye bye.